Howdy doody.
Hello, everybody. Hi from Istanbul. Well, it's been a little bit of a crazy half an hour. The internet crashed. We had trouble getting it started, and it literally got it going again about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, we've been running around like this.
So, yeah.
The instructions on the Rent and Connect box, it's actually my fault. I decided to be really clever and bring the little Wi-Fi hotspot box out to make the signal stronger, to make sure that everybody could hear us nice and clearly. And I hope you can all hear us nice and clearly. But unfortunately, I pressed the little button, the on-off button, and then I couldn't get it to start again. Fortunately, on the top of the box, there's a troubleshooting thing and how to reset it. So we reset it with seconds to spare.
Literally, absolutely. But anyway, we are so pleased to be chatting to you guys. We've decided to do the live chat outside tonight because it's very warm. I've still got my shorts and my flip-flops on, and we're hoping the light holds up. We've got a couple of lights in case the light goes down, and it's a lockdown weekend, so the part behind us should theoretically be quiet, but we will wait and see. So let's see, who have we got? Tell us where you are.
I just saw Tracy.
Hi Tracy. Let's see, who we got?
Adventures. Hi guys.
Lisa and Phil. Hi.
Benny Van Adventures. Hi.
Euro Caravan Nomad. Luke Williams. Life Beyond Bricks. Hi Tash and John. Hope you are good. We've got so many people. Wendy.
Wow, we've got loads.
Yeah, amazing.
Carolyn Dean.
One Motorhome Adventures. Hi, Kat. Hope you're well.
Scott and Sharon.
Judy Michaels.
Hi, Judy and Dennis.
Hi, Neil. Yeah, we got it all going on.
Hobo Harry, who is our moderator, has told Chris to put the beer down, me to put the Haribo down, and we're off.
There you go. Cheers.
Hi, Ursula. Ursula is our lovely friend who, in fact, we're going to show you something later. That's a treat for later.
Ben Jolly, hi. How are you, Sue Hart?
It's Ben there.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sister Purchase. Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, guys. We got so many of you. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope it's not too late.
Hi, Katie. Turner. Kate. I don't know why I call you Katie. It's Kate.
John Berry. Hi. How are you, Jonathan? Nice to see you.
Hi, Jonathan. How's Charlotte?
There you go. Wow, what a fun bunch we got tonight. So what is the plan tonight? You probably saw our video on Wednesday, and boy, have we got a few decisions to make tonight. We're counting on you to help us. So hopefully you've got your thinking hats on tonight.
Yeah, it's been quite mixed, and there are so many things. It's very fluid, the situation. In fact, a very nice guy Anthony sent me a clip, which I posted in the newsletter today, of the frontline headlines of the Sabah newspaper, which is an English-speaking newspaper here in Turkey. And the frontline headline was, Turkey is opening on Monday, including Istanbul, because lots of people have been saying, but Turkey's open, and it is in so many areas. But Istanbul, because it's the hot spot, they've been really careful and sensible, and they've kept this area locked down. So loads of districts you can move around in and go between, but Istanbul was one of those that was like the hot spot.
So it's been locked down.
So Monday.
Next stop everywhere. Hi guys, how are you? Nice to see you. Just seeing a few names popping up here. We'll keep dipping into the comments there. So tonight we're going to update you a bit on our situation, tell you the plans for next week. Hopefully you're going to help us make the big decision towards the end of this live chat. And something a bit unusual, you may be wondering why I am sat here with an egg.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
No, but there's going to be a little bet later. I've got something special about this egg we're going to talk about a bit later, and I'm hoping somebody can give me the answer. So yeah, save this one for a little bit later. I'll try not to drop it.
I think lockdown may have made him a little mad.
Yeah, we have been in this car park. I think it is. We wrote it down on the other pad of paper, and I've. It is. I think it is day 80. I think it's Marianne's just going to get the
thing. Nothing's
paper.
far away.
I don't know whether you're like us. You just completely lose track of time. It will actually be 3 months on the 11th of June that we have been parked up here, and Yes, there you
I've
go.
always wanted to do
The said pad of paper. So yeah, we have been parked in this car park for 82 days. Yes, 82 days. I remember when we first arrived and we were saying, can you imagine being here for 30 days? Yeah, so now we are nearly on not 3 months and actually self-isolating for 74 of those days. It has been a little bit of a challenge, but actually we've been keeping ourselves really busy. I hope you're all still enjoying the videos. Retro renovations, hi guys.
Actually, can I just share?
Yeah.
The last video that we've just made, I'm wondering as well, as we're doing lots of asking you guys for answers, did you enjoy the style of filming? Because you tried something new.
Actually, it was really funny because I love sharing it all anyway, but you know, the last video we made, I set the cameras up in the van, different angles and everything, and we talked about all our options, and then I started editing it. I was like, this is so dull. So I actually managed to recreate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. We tried to change it up and mix it up with some clips from the news and things like, so we tried to get a little bit creative. And I hope you like the thumbnail with the big red X. That took us a while to come up with, didn't it? So let's just update you on the situation here in Turkey. I know Marianne has already said that from tomorrow, everything is open.
Yeah.
The restaurants are open. Movement within Turkey is open. The borders aren't open, mind, but everything is open. So it's going to be interesting. So this week, we're planning to go out tomorrow, actually. We're going to go and have a wander around, go to the Blue Mosque, maybe go out and find some food and just get out, because we really haven't, apart from going to the corner shop. And you saw in the last video, we walked to the immigration office to just discuss visas and things. We'll come on to that a little bit later.
Yeah, we've been very responsible guests, visitors, tourists, and non-virus spreading people, haven't we? We've been really good.
Yeah, we've made a real effort not to be part of the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. But we are super excited to go out, and I've been speaking to friends, and it's actually quite strange, isn't it? Because you're sort of like confused, and you know you're going to go out, and you're happy to go out, and you're not scared or anything, but at the same time, you know, it's very tricky to know, because obviously they're opening everything up, but there's no like magic solution. So it's weird. You know you're going to be fine, but it is quite a strange feeling. I don't know if you guys are feeling the same. It's just it's very tricky, isn't it?
It is very odd. I can just see Dwight and Sonia have joined us from sunny Florida. Hi guys. Hope you're good. All good. So yes. So what is the plan?
Well, I don't know really.
Okay, we have 3 options, and we're gonna take them one by one, and we're gonna discuss with you. We thought it would be, rather than us putting out a video saying this is exactly what we're gonna do, we thought it would be nice for you guys who support us to actually join in the conversation. We want to hear your opinions. We want you to ask us questions, because you are something that we have thought about, and it's exciting. Someone's saying the internet connection is a bit low. I hope is everybody just comments is the it's a little bit blurry, the image. I'm sorry about that. The joy of coming to you from a car park. But hopefully you can hear us okay.
Yeah.
Leap of faith, hello there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive right into it.
Yeah.
How many of you put a comment? How many of you actually watched? Pop a comment in there. Let's hear. All good from here. Ian, oh, it's fine. Hi, Roger and Nina. Nice to see you.
Thank you for
joining
the tip
us.
about the Apple Mac cleaning thing. I'll talk to you about that probably on Tuesday when I get stuck.
Audio is iffy, video is clear. Well, there you go. I think it's probably different for everybody, isn't it? Maybe it's not our internet. Maybe it's yours. Who knows? It's buffering a little bit. There you go. It's okay. We'll crack on.
Yeah,
so,
we'll crack on. Bear with us. We are not in the room next door. We
are in Istanbul. Okay, so the first option. Okay, well, let's just say we've got 3 options for those of you that didn't get a chance to watch our video on Wednesday. And the first option is to head back into the UK or back into EU
Yeah.
when the borders open, because at the moment, don't forget that they are closed.
Yeah.
Option 2 is we carry on, which I know is what everybody wants to see, the adventure, but we carry on. We go into Georgia, into Russia, and we just keep going. The cat is in the van.
Oh,
Sorry. We have a very naughty cat that keeps sneaking in the van. It's a street cat, one of the ones that we've been feeding. There you go, it's gone. And she's actually become quite friendly, probably because of the fact I keep giving it tuna. So yeah, so the other option is we carry on. And the third option is we stay in Turkey and we wait it out.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, in the last video, we gave you a few considerations that we're thinking about.
Go for it. Number 2.
15th of June is apparently when EU external borders are opening. Yeah, interesting. We've heard that the border with Greece is opening beginning of July. We've heard that the Russian border isn't opening till August.
Yes.
Fourth option, travel around Turkey. There you go. That is an option.
That is an option.
So yeah. So let's just talk about it. So for those of you that just want to understand, our medical insurance, we still have medical insurance through World Nomads, but it doesn't cover the coronavirus. So that is, that is a little bit of an issue if we carry on driving through Russia. Another consideration is that, and this is probably one of my biggest concerns. Well, let's go back. So if we go back into the EU, I'm jumping around a little bit.
You are
here.
a little bit.
So if we jump back into the EU, okay, what are your thoughts on that? So I want to hear.
Cycle Our World is saying Georgia opens on July the 1st, and they know
because they're there.
Because they're there. Hi, guys.
Because they're the crazy couple that were trying to cycle around the world. Okay, so if we head back into the EU, because our duration, our 90-day allowance of staying in Turkey has run out. So when they open the borders, we're going to have to move somewhere.
It's also pointing out that Greece is not open to UK citizens.
Exactly. And it's not open to Turkey either. It's open, it may be opening within a lot of countries within the EU we've seen.
Tracy's saying stay in Turkey for a few more weeks before you make a decision.
Yeah, so the option, so going back into the EU, if we go back into the EU, the world trip for this year will be over because we won't be able to come back into Turkey.
Yeah.
And to then get into Russia is a long route all the way up, going back into the EU. Now we could go.
Hi, Amelia White. Hi, Julie.
Hey guys, how are you? So yeah, we could go back to the UK and try again next year. But we live in our van and we are travel vloggers. We want to make you guys content.
Yeah, this pandemic is very rude for travel vloggers.
Shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you, pandemic. There's loads of us scratching around for content and trying to do travel stuff.
Actually, it's been quite hard keeping the videos going in a car park, I have to tell you.
We feel that's another reason we feel really pleased that we're here in Turkey, because we are effectively still traveling. Had we dumped Trudy and gone home, we wouldn't be still traveling. So we're delighted to have stuck with our Trudy.
Exactly. And of course, if we try and head back to the UK, all of the borders, we might get self-isolated. We're going to get self-isolated when we get back to the UK, and we might potentially be self-isolated a lot on the way.
Yeah, potentially.
So the second option is to then go into Georgia.
Yeah.
Now, if we go into Georgia and we can't get into Russia, and we don't have another visa for Turkey, we can't come back.
Yeah.
So we could get stuck in Georgia for 6 months.
But we could have a cup of tea with the guys.
Into the winter. We could go and see Cycle Our World with a cup of tea. There's lots of people saying travel around Turkey, I can see here. We're going to come to your comments, guys, in a second.
Yeah, we've never done Turkey. I've never done Turkey.
No, well, we've been here for 3 months. We live here.
Did you do Turkey?
I've never been to Turkey before this time. So if we get into Georgia, that is a potential that we can't get back into Russia.
Yeah.
Now, Russia, don't forget, has a very bad winter, and it's a long way across Russia. We don't want to get stuck in the winter because it would be absolutely terrible I think we've already come to terms that if we do get into Russia, we won't make it to Mongolia, which is a real shame because it was one of the places that I was looking forward to the most.
Yeah, the reason for that actually is we'd have to go to Kazakhstan to get the visa from the Mongolian consulate to be able to go and visit Mongolia. Because you can't visit Mongolia.
That's the sprinklers in the park, by the way, in case you wonder what the noise is.
You can't get a Mongolian visa more than 45 days before you travel to Mongolia. And of course, the Russian winter would be horrific.
Yeah, -30.
Yeah,
Nicholas is saying there.
In fact, we spoke to somebody called Steve yesterday, and he was saying to me that you can buy something to plug into the diesel area to keep the diesel from freezing. But truly, that's just
at the end of the day, also, let's just consider we get to the far end of Russia, Vladivostok.
Yeah,
we're all there. We're excited. We're ready to ship to wherever the States, Australia, South America, Canada, wherever is open. And the moment, medical insurance, they're not renewing on the road.
Yeah.
So that could be a real tragic thing if we get there and then we're like, we're going to head to the States or something and we haven't got medical insurance because during a pandemic, I mean, we know that you need medical insurance to go to the States anyway. And during a pandemic, it would be crazy not to.
Yeah.
So that is another thing that's the thing I think is putting me off more than anything. I'm all up for a bit of adventure.
Do you know, it's dawning on me a little bit because when we made the video for Wednesday, Chris and I spoke about all the options, but he actually said to me, because he's very mean, don't think this little cute face is nice. He can be very mean.
What?
He actually said to me, we're not going to discuss the options because we have to do it when we're doing this discussion with you guys.
I did, actually.
But I'm now actually starting to worry a little bit because I'm thinking, Russia really would be very
well. You've got the weather and you've got the health insurance. Those are the two things. And we worked out that if we get into Russia on the beginning of July, we can still make it across. But it's a little bit iffy. So let's come to the comments now. If anybody's got any comments, you may need to retype them because there's so many coming up here. Less contact is better for you. More contact, more risk.
Can I just be really cheeky? That it says there's 284 people watching and there are 62 thumbs up.
What? Come on, guys. There should be at least 283 thumbs
just give
up.
a couple of clicks. I'm getting into this. The kids have been telling me about the social media thing and telling people you have to click.
Come on.
So, Celtic Nomad, come to my adopted country of 14 years, utterly beautiful, Bulgaria.
We did pass down through Bulgaria, actually, but we just skimmed on it.
Do you know, it's so warm, my glasses are sliding off my nose.
Turkey, hi, Stuart.
I thought, oh, hi, Stuart. I thought Bulgaria was very similar to Shropshire, didn't I? It's very green.
Yeah, it was
and
lovely,
lush
Bulgaria. It's a
really,
shame
really
we literally
pretty.
passed through it just for a couple of days.
Nicholas is saying Belarus, then Russia. Now, apparently, it's very tricky to get from Belarus through to Russia. They've got a few issues. Likewise with Ukraine, you actually have to go up through Estonia or come round through Georgia. Stay in Turkey. Karen Vincent, stay in Turkey.
BW Adventures, Phil and Lisa saying stay in Turkey.
Stuart Pickering saying wave. I don't know, it's you're waving to us or we're waving to you.
Wave! Wandering Birds Adventure. Come meet us in the Pyrenees. We would love to. We would love to.
We will take you up on that, definitely, for sure.
You know, it's a really hard decision, isn't it? We're not going to make a decision until towards the end. Denmark is very nice this time of year. Yeah.
Aidan McCormick. Hi, guys.
The thing is, you see, I was kind of processing this, and if we don't go around the world this year, there's some complications. I can't tell you how much planning went into this.
Yeah.
From the Russian visa, we'd have to go back to London to get another Russian visa. Because it's a 2-year trip, I had to make sure all my bank cards were valid for the 2 years.
I know, who would think that?
Enough blank pages in the passport. You know, there is actually a lot of implications. Everything from sort of, dive. We went to the dive doctor certified so that we go.
Emails. He was just saying how Ukraine is a little bit iffy and Belarus and Russia are the same.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a real. We want to go on, and half of my brain is like, just do it. And a lot of people have actually
Charlie and the Chuckle Bus.
That's a great name.
That's a great name. Timony.
Some people have said, look, just carry on, go. If you can't get into Russia, go through Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. The problem is, as a British citizen, we can't just drive over Iran. We need a visa, which you have to get from London, and it's not an easy route for us.
I emailed the Russian guys about the visa, and they were saying for us to be able to renew the visa that we had, we would actually have to go.
Ben Musket, how are you, mate?
Hi, Ben.
I hope you miss me. Go back to be stuck here, stuck in Turkey for at least until July.
It's not really a hardship. Stuck. It's not really stuck.
No, Turkey. I've been looking online. Turkey is immensely beautiful.
Yeah, we've had some lovely emails actually, and lists of places. I just saw some people popping in Izmir and Marmaris.
Hi, Harry.
Harry, which year?
He's a player. There you go.
Ian Clark. Hi.
Ben
Nicholas,
says he's missing me.
You have to go to the embassy in London as well. Yeah, we saw that. We did actually, when Jordan and Russia closed, we did actually think, right, can we actually go through Iran? But as British citizens, it's actually harder to get into Iran than it is Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
East Coast boat fishing. Hi, guys. How are you? Around the world as long as it takes. How are you guys?
Hi, guys.
Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. So many comments, it's very hard to keep up with them all. My eyes are going a bit like this. So it's a real conundrum, isn't it? You know, it's very frustrating. But I suppose the thing is as well, you know, it is a world pandemic, and
Antoinette,
to say there isn't a second wave as well.
Angry Camper, hi. Antoinette saying go round the world the other way.
Do you know, actually, this is very interesting. We discussed this. We were like, look, let's go back to if we go back to the UK at some point towards the end of the year or whatever, and go around the world the other way, there's a reason we chose to go round east. And that is because when you get your Russian visa, it's only valid for a year. You can do it 3 months in advance. So that theoretically gives you, 15 months. But our trip is going to be around the 2-year mark.
Yeah.
Which means that by the time we would get into Russia, because by the time you cross Moscow into Northern Europe, it's nearly the end of your trip. So that would be like 1 year and 3/4, and our Russian visa would have expired. So we would have to park up probably somewhere in the States, fly back to the UK, get the Russian visa to then fly back to the States to pick Trudy up to then ship on to Russia. And it's a little bit complicated, isn't it? Because we have to get the visa in Russia. We've researched it. We've spoken to the agent we use in London. We can't renew our Russian visa from Turkey. We could leave Trudy for a week, fly back to the UK, expedite it, fly back, and then carry on from here.
Yeah.
But then you've got this weather, you've got the window of weather, and Russian winter. I'm not going to risk getting stuck in -30, -40 degrees C. It would potentially life-threatening for us if we.
Diane and Lynn have just said you have to do what feels right for you. Absolutely, we have no intentions. If people's comments say that we should actually go
to Cyprus. Actually, I'd love to go to Cyprus, but I don't know whether we could take Trudy over to Cyprus. We'd have to look.
It depends on when the ferries open, if they open, if there's a second wave.
Travel ban will be over on Monday. Yeah, we know that. That's really good. And we're looking forward to going out in Istanbul tomorrow.
Yeah, we will have our masks, and we wash our hands, and we have alcohol gel, so we'll be careful.
And we're actually going to go. There's a beach apparently down the road. Across this big main road behind us is the sea. You can see the boat. So we haven't seen it yet. So we're going to go and look into that.
Shipping Trudy to Russia isn't really an option. We would end up having to ship her all the way round to Vladivostok, because obviously that's the side
you
where
can't ship it from here.
Yeah, it's just not feasible.
And then you think should we go to India? Should we ship to somewhere else?
Yeah.
Is there? But then you got to think of the medical care and the country that you're in, because we're in a pandemic. So we have to be a little bit sensible.
And he's put feelings don't open borders. No, they don't. And that's it, isn't it? My brother-in-law, Dirk, says to me all the time, it's not actually about
Karen's getting confused. What are you getting confused about, Karen? You think you're confused. Trust me. It's a lot more confusing for us. Let's just go back to the comments for a little bit. Stay where you have medical cover. Yeah, now the medical cover, actually, we're covered worldwide at the moment until the end of December. with World Nomad. for everything other than COVID. But most countries, because it's a life-threatening emergency situation, would probably cover you for COVID.
Yeah.
Black Sea ferries to Russia from Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very expensive, you know. We looked at whether if we got stuck in Georgia, whether you could get back from Georgia to Bulgaria or something if there was an emergency and you can. But I think it was about €1,000. I think it was really expensive. Yeah. I can see your future. After staying in Turkey, we'll have dinner.
Ah, in Izmir.
Sounds like a plan.
Somebody told me that there are places that you have to go to, and Izmir is one of them. Kalkan was another one, and Marmaris as well. And also, the other thing they said to me, that if you consider to stay in Turkey, you have to remember that the summers are brutally hot in the south. So don't forget the Black Sea, because you've got all the tea plantations up along the top of Turkey, up in the mountainous areas. If you know me, I don't normally drink cups of tea, but the Turkish coffee is too strong for me. It's just like really, it's like the massive espresso, you know, those espressos. So I've actually started drinking chai and tea over here, haven't I? So I would be really interested to go and see tea plantations. And Trudy, I know, said to me yesterday, not that I'm hearing voices, that she wants to get going soon. Although we do have a reason that we have to stay in Istanbul.
Still got to put a bottle of pink gin for you in Marmaris.
Oh,
we're coming. Maybe we're coming.
If we come there, I would love to.
Degrees.
I would absolutely love to. Yeah, I've heard it's really hot. We had a bit of a palaver with the GoPro. If you've signed up to our newsletter, you will know the drama. And if you saw it on Facebook, Chris actually is famous for his stress. That's one of the reasons we live in a van and travel. But that moment,
get to the beach,
when he got on a
the GoPro. Honestly, the thing with my GoPro is I've only had it for a year and a week, and the record button has worn down, right?
Yeah.
And
apparently
it still works.
It's a thing.
But they've said it's a fault. It's the casing or something. They said send it back. So anyway, I spoke to them 3-4 weeks ago. And I'm going to make this quite short because it's a very long story. They said, no worries, we'll send you another one.
Martin J.
You return it, and return the damaged one, and it's all good. So I waited 3 weeks. I messaged them, and they said, we haven't sent the new one because we're waiting for you to send one. I'm like, well, I did explain I need it for filming, otherwise I can't make videos. And so anyway, there was a big bit of confusion. So I said, okay, look, I'll send the damaged one back, but I need one to film. So can I not keep it? Maybe I'll give you my credit card. Maybe if I buy a new one from GoPro, okay, I'll send the damaged one back when I get the new one, and then you just refund me when you get the damaged one back. They wouldn't have any of it. So I've ended up having to go and buy another GoPro, which hopefully should be delivered this week. But yeah, it was one of those situations where the computer says no.
Bolton. You named Gladys.
Drink.
You named that's Nelson. You named Gladys.
Yes, you did.
When we were in
Gladys
Central America, our Portuguese
Gladys
friend.
has died.
Angela Farmery has said, why do you have to go to Russia at all? Why don't you just go the other way and go to America? Because we were planning on driving around the world, and it was either through China or Iran and Syria or Russia. So we sort of have to go to Russia at some point.
Did you decide? No, we haven't decided what we're doing yet. We're going to thrash it out, and we're going to do later on. We're going to do a vote, I think, and we'll ask everybody to put their yes nos in a minute. Let's have a look. Hi guys.
Leslie Simpson is saying, please be aware that the UK has a reciprocal healthcare agreement with the UK. So if you decide to travel there, your emergency healthcare is covered. Where is there?
Where's
I know
theirs,
that in
Leslie?
Turkey we are covered for emergency healthcare because we've had several doctors.
Yorkshire is the best.
We're talking about tea. They're all on about tea now. Wandering Bird.
Hi, Gwenny.
Kat from Wandering Bird has said, oh, it's there. She's the team makes the world go round, so she's offering to make tea for everyone. So everybody, we all go round to Kat.
There you go. Deborah Hall saying she would tour Turkey for a while. Portugal, Spain. Gladys. Yeah. So the thing is, we don't want to come back to the UK because if we come back to the UK, our house is rented, so we don't have anywhere to go. So we would be in our van trying to find somewhere to park up on a friend's drive, a relative's drive, or whatever. And
there's a bit of a problem. Somebody's just pointed out a very big problem.
Go on.
Stephanie Hurst says she loves the t-shirts, but she can't decide to go whether she could go pink or aqua. It's simple. Buy both.
Ah, yeah, buy both. What a good idea.
Actually, I'm designing a t-shirt that says "Woohoo."
You are. Yeah. US doesn't allow foreign travelers at the moment. Exactly. And this is the problem, that even if Georgia and Russia let you in, who's to say when we get to the end we've got somewhere to go to? You know, so I think this is a real reality that we're trying to get our heads around, that it's not over. Can I just say to everybody that whatever we decide, we are going around the world. We're going to try to.
We're going to try, aren't we?
And that is what we've set ourselves to do. That is what we are going to do. It just may take a little bit longer.
In fact, we should probably point out the question mark.
Yes, I would try not to make you all seasick if I move the computer. But for those of you that have seen the side of the van, starting Jan 2020, ending question mark.
Question mark right
and
there.
I never knew how important that question mark would be when I put it on there.
We did not realise. In fact, people at the Bus Fest, I don't know if you saw us at the Bus Fest or came over and said hi to us at the Bus Fest, were saying, question mark, don't you have like a rough idea? And we were like, no,
we've kind of said 20 months. Yeah.
But we did not realise how ironic actually that question mark would be. Did we? We just have no idea. We're really good though. We are good. We've been contacted by somebody in India who's writing blogs about people that are really positive during the pandemic, travel like blogger people. And he said that he's been watching our videos and how are we staying so positive? And I keep saying, how can you not with that little face? Look at that.
You know, to be honest, we have everything we need. We've been very comfortable here. Everybody's looked after us. We've had access to food, showers, water, electric. We're in a car park. We've got a table we sit outside. We've got an awning. What else do you actually need? You know, so I'd prefer to be sat in a car park than sat in a flat without a balcony.
Ian Clark's put, it's only over when the fat lady sings, and I ain't singing yet.
There you go.
As long as it takes. So it's fair to say you are going around the world in as long as it takes.
Exactly. That may be the point. There you go. Hi, Martina.
I like Moose putting you carry on film.
Yeah, people are saying COVID may be back in autumn.
Oh, look at that.
It's tricky.
Remember, you are not a visitor in Turkey. You are a guest. Oh, the message has just disappeared.
I know, they jump up.
Just jumped up. I think it was
because I'm trying to hold them back. The cat's in the van again.
Sorry.
There's a very naughty cat and it will hide. And
Come on. Good kitty.
She's terribly naughty.
She is.
She really is. Let's have a look. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you. I'm just going to change the subject for a minute, okay? Because I'm going to show you something. Now, this egg, I talked about this egg earlier when we first did the live chat. Oh. And it's just a normal egg, right? Marianne, what are you doing? I'm just going to show you. Hold on.
I'm just trying to
Marianne is trying to put a net by the door.
To stop the cat going
Actually,
in.
It will still get in there. It's a cat. They get anywhere. So anyway, let's go back to this egg. This egg, right, is a special egg. Now, we got given eggs, didn't we?
We from Ursel. Thank you, Ursel.
They are delicious. And what amazes me about these eggs is this is our second tray that he bought us. And there's probably, I don't know, maybe 20 eggs in each tray, 24 eggs. The first one I cracked was a double yolker. The second one I cracked was a double yolker.
Yeah.
Every egg out of those two trays is a double yolker.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do the double yolk test. Now, this egg, I'm betting, is a double yolker. Now, we used to keep chickens back in the UK, and I would be really curious because I've never heard of a chicken that lays every egg as a double yoker. So if anybody, let's have a look.
Nina Harris,
Yeah,
I think might have the answer. She came up with it yesterday, and I was a bit like, really? I don't think it is. But then there was a little bit of research on the people we were talking to, and I think Tony Trout is saying, "Can you not adopt the cat?" No.
yeah, keep cinders.
She's a street cat.
They are street cats, to be honest, and we do feed them, and there's some lovely stray dogs and everything here. But you know, our lifestyle, it's not geared up for pets.
Yeah,
we
if
don't
you
want to.
have some people who travel in vans who have cats and dogs, they get them and they sort of treat them, and it's very gentle, and it's we're bombing around all over the place.
Yeah,
it would be very, very mean to do that. Plus, the guys here are really, really sweet. They've got bags of cat food.
And it complicates. I think it complicates some border crossings.
Yeah, and the only reason that she sneaks into our van is because Chris feeds her tuna. And
are we afraid to travel, even though we're back as normal?
There is second potential.
I think statistically, statistically, if we all get corona, you know.
Fianna's just joined. Are you saying, guys? What? What happened?
What's happening? Well, you haven't missed anything. We haven't announced what we're doing yet. We're going to do some votes in a bit, but I think it makes you nervous, doesn't it, to travel? But we are traveling. I mean, even being in Turkey now, for us, we're in a foreign country, experiencing new cultures, new foods, meeting new people, different languages. Everything in the corner shop is different. And it's just really interesting. So
Sevi's saying Istanbul cat city among others.
So let's go back to this egg. Does anybody know a chicken where every egg is a double yoker? Because I'm betting when I'm going to crack this open in a minute, and that might sound breaking eggs. That might seem a little bit mad, but I'm betting this is a double yoker. It's actually getting quite dark here now.
I'll turn my light on.
Right. I'll wait till Marianne can turn the light on. I just want to see. Where are all the thumbs up? Yes, exactly. Look, we got 148 thumbs up. If you're watching, let there be light. This is a great light, actually. It's a magnet. Oh, it's a magnet light that attaches to the side of the van. There you go. That's a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, give us all a thumbs up. That would be fabulous. There's a type of chicken that lays like that. Is there really? I would love to know that it's a duck's egg. It's not a duck's egg.
No, it's not.
Double yokers are a sign of good luck. Well, I must be lucky because I've cracked open, word of a lie, I've cracked open 40 double yokers in a row.
Ben's put excellent.
Nice one, Ben.
Hi,
hello,
Laurie.
I have a building near you. You're a beautiful couple. I wish you. Thank you very much. Somebody's.
Are you a beautiful couple?
Hi, Laurie. Let's have a look. How do you do the thumbs? How do you do the thumbs up? If you watch the video at the bottom, there's a thumbs up. You just press it. Simple as that.
Ursula has just come on saying, Turkey is your home until you leave. Please do not feel stuck. We love you. And Ursula's the guy who bought us the eggs.
What is the story with these eggs? They're all double yokers.
Yeah, he's going to take me to the farm or show me the farm or ask the farmer to give me Sandra's put it's an ostrich.
What are we going to do if it's a double yoker? Hey, I tell you what, if it's a double yoker, what are you guys going to do? Because that means I'm right. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? So I reckon everyone's giving us a thumbs up there. Thank you very much. Okay. So I reckon if this is a double yoker, we deserve a thumbs up because honestly, I don't know.
You're relying on an egg now.
I might be really embarrassed here. Can everybody see? I'm tilting my laptop down there.
Okay. To do that, I've got some.
Let's have a look. This could get messy. Okay. Is it a double yoker? I'm betting it is. It's a double yoker.
How is this happening?
Let's have a look. Let's just.
I'll tip the computer.
Tip the computer. Let's just show that.
Look at that.
Can you see that? It is a double yoker.
Oh, that is just insane. Every single egg, Ursula, your friend's farm. What? How is this happening?
Ian, yeah, I know it's when it's got its ovulation cycle, but every egg.
Honestly,
I don't know how it's possible.
It's just honestly, we're literally.
Honestly, if I did a YouTube video, betting I could crack 20 double yokers in a row, It would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we used to have chickens, and we used to get the odd one. And Nina was saying to us yesterday,
One out of
the
1,000 odds. Yeah. But how can I have 40 in a... I need to go and buy some lottery tickets. Seriously.
That's madness.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
It is.
Should we get another one? Is there another one?
What, do you think people don't believe you?
I'm going to get another one. Is there? I think we got a couple left in that box. Should we do another one? What do you reckon? I'm going to have omelets for breakfast, I think, in the morning. It will go viral. I think maybe it will. Cracking entertainment, retro renovations.
Here you go.
Dan could stitch me up and give me an egg from the other box.
Let me just get rid of that.
No, leave them because they need to see them. Otherwise,
okay.
Then we might be cheating.
Why
Right, so we've still got the double egg yolks in here from before. Okay, we're going to go for it one more time. All right. So there should be 4 eggs.
There's your knife.
Actually, it's probably easier to tip it out, is it?
No, carry on. As you were, Fisher. Honestly,
It's a double yoker.
How bizarre is that?
It's another double yoker.
It's honestly on blow.
Like, seriously, guys.
Ian's saying, ask the eggs to decide for you. It could be... Oh, my goodness.
Egg chat is our new favourite Tread the Globe thing. More of this. Well, I thought it was so unusual. When was the last time you saw a YouTube chat and they did double egg cracking?
Alan Cole's saying that they like them because I used to do that when I was breeding chickens. I used to like them to see if they were.
But how many chickens have they got to do like 2 big trays of double yokers?
DW Adventures. It's a sign from God to stay in Turkey. I love that comment. That's absolutely Ian Clark, extravagant.
I just can't believe it.
You know, what on earth are you going on with all those yolks? Alan Penny, you've got to be yoking.
You've got to be yoking. That's hilarious.
It's called candling. That's it. That's
candling.
COVID chickens.
Maybe. I don't know. That's
if you
just.
keep on eating those eggs, you're going to need medical care. Simon Leather. I've never seen that before. Neither have I.
You can buy double yokers in Waitrose. Really?
Can we have a double yoker t-shirt design, please? I've probably got to stop. I think because we've been stuck in the car park for so long.
We're going on about eggs. So,
and
what did you do on Sunday night? We had an hour's conversation about eggs.
Double yokers. Oh, you can't.
So anyway, you know what I'm having for breakfast tomorrow morning? A nice big omelette.
Yeah.
So guys, we'll wait for Marianne to come back. We'll answer some more of your questions if anybody else has got any comments about what we should do before we start doing votes, or if you think we should do something. Foul play. I sense foul play. Boom, boom. The first smaller ones. Yes, you only need 1 to feed you guys. They are really big.
Yeah, they are quite big.
Dark art, seriously.
New t-shirt design. It's a double yoker.
It's a double yoker. Boom, boom. There you go. You found entertaining as I did. Right. Not that we have been in a car park.
Greg Farmer said, back to reality. I would relax, travel Greece and Turkey with a new visa, Europe and a GoPro early next year when the weather in Russia approves. We've had a few people say, honestly, just reset the clock and start again. Obviously, we can't go straight back into Europe because it's not open for us either as British citizens or as the Turkish border, because Turkey obviously isn't in Europe. So although the borders...
and visa-wise, just for clarification, visa-wise, if we stay in Turkey and we can't leave because of the virus situation, visas aren't a problem. The government said you can overstay, nobody's going to get fined. You know, they've made it really clear, which for our sanity makes things a lot easier. Yeah. We do have to do something to the car, don't we?
Yes, somebody contacted me, somebody very helpful called Sumi. So if you're watching, Sumi, thank you very much. She messaged me and said that once Trudy's been in Turkey for 6 months, I have to take her somewhere, and she's given me the address. Obviously, if we do that, we'll film it and share it with you. And she has to have sort of like some kind of registration or be registered. If we do end up staying, I will also have to do something with my driving license as well. If you're here for longer than a year, not that I think will be, but it's been nice because people have been sending us information, because you all know we were driving around the world. But of course, we didn't really plan to stay still. And we didn't really research the implications of staying still.
Yeah.
The Turkish government, to be fair, have been absolutely fabulous at being very clear about foreign visitors.
They have,
and also healthcare. If you need healthcare, if it's an emergency, you're covered. So that's been very reassuring.
I think the hardest thing's been trying to find out when borders are opening. There isn't really, you know, like the office said the borders are closed when you look at different countries around the world, but they don't really say ETA or anticipated to open on this date.
The other thing we have to consider as well is we have Trudy, we have a vehicle, we have a stamp on our passport that shows that we came in with the vehicle as well. So you know, it's tricky. We've got friends that have left their vehicle here, and I know from talking to them, it's concerning. You know, everything you own, your home is in it, and being so far away. The flights have opened up, but not necessarily to come into Turkey or to go back to the UK. There are some countries that you can and some countries that you can't.
See, Antoinette makes a valid point there, you know, that it's too soon to make big travel decisions. It is to a certain extent, but we need to plan a little bit, because
I've done that. The HGS,
because if we don't do anything and just stay here and wait, if the borders open next week, then we've overstayed our 90 days. If the borders open, you know, how much, and this is what I don't know, is how much grace would they give us to stay in Turkey before we would be expected to leave? And it wouldn't, I mean, you know, a week maybe is reasonable or something like that. You wouldn't expect them to, you can't stay indefinitely. So
even France is saying, don't be chickens and come back to the UK. Stay and enjoy hospitality of the Turkish people. Coming back to the UK,
I don't think we would come back. I don't think,
not on our plans, because we, you know, we obviously
we travel.
Live in our home. We travel. We travel.
And we want to make you guys content, you know, and okay, the round the world drive, like I say, we are going around the world, but this is just part of it, isn't it? This is part of the adventure. You know, this is a chapter of the book. You know, and
we actually started on the 10th of May in 2018 when we rented our house out. And in fact, that's the new intro now, because we suddenly realised that it's nearly 3 years ago since I donated a kidney, and we made the big decision.
We should probably do a reflections video or something. Couple of years we've been on the
loads of people have asked, I think I told you this, people want to know, after 2 years of traveling and being in the van in Trudy, what are our favorite things, what do we love, our essentials, and if we were going to start again, what would we definitely put
There's a channel called Tread the World.
Is there?
There you go.
Oh.
Let's have a look. Wandering Bird, chapter of the book. So, surely this is chapter 1. It could be, but I can tell you one thing, is that when we do actually get back to the UK one day after driving all the way around the world, I'm going to feel all the more ecstatic. Yeah. You know, if it was easy, actually only we could choose to drive around the world in a pandemic, you know?
Yeah.
If we'd picked any other year of our lives, it's a shame, because I was going to have I'm 50 in August. I know I don't look it, even though my beard is going great and is getting far too long. I was planning to be in Malaysia in August, and I was really looking forward to that for my birthday. But that will have to wait. That will have to wait a while now.
Yeah.
How long do you plan to take to travel through Russia? Well, Nicholas, that's a good question. Originally, you see, actually, we should be, where are we? 1st of June. We should be entering Mongolia next week.
Yeah.
It's the plan. So we were going to go from Turkey through Georgia into Russia, Kazakhstan to get the visa. We had to go to New York Sultan to get the visa for Mongolia, all the way around to Vladivostok. And then we're going to ship, subject to funds, to originally we wanted to go to Australia or the States,
there was too much money for
Central America or Canada. Or
should we probably point out, for anybody that's just joining us Tread the Globe in this year now and on this adventure, we actually started 2 years ago, as I just said, and the plan was to visit every country before we die, or die trying, in either our van or with a rucksack. That was sort of, we just loosely threw that out there. What we generally do, and the type of travel that we do, is we usually go to a country or an area, a region. So like Central America, we did 5 months and we did all the countries backpacking. In Ireland, we went there for 12. glorious week, still one of my favorite places to be. And we go, we immerse, we eat the food, we meet the people, we share our experiences. This particular adventure, this challenge, the round the world drive, was never really about that. And I think it's because Chris is 50 this year, I'm 53 this year, and we really wanted to do something that would physically, mentally, emotionally, financially challenge us, whilst we still had, you know, the will and the drive to do that, and sort of push ourselves a little bit beyond that. And so that's why we didn't plan to really visit all these countries. It was more of like, we're going to challenge ourselves.
Yeah, for this trip was like, can we actually physically drive
and we were
around
going to
the
go
world?
Back and then visit each country that we
because we like to get into culture and meet them, hang out with locals, and really try and understand a bit about the country, like we did in Central America. In fact, we're actually bringing out a video this week. We were sat here thinking, actually we were daydreaming about you know, places, you know, where we were last year and things like that.
And it was where we were last year.
We were in El Salvador last year. So I've reached out to a couple of other YouTubers who put a nice little video together about El Salvador, just to get our brains back into the travel thing. So that'll be coming out as a little bonus video, probably towards the end of the week, maybe Friday.
We are really delighted to be stuck in Turkey.
Luminous. I love that. You two don't show your age. Thank you very much. That's probably because we don't act our age.
Okay, give us your PayPal details. We'll
pay you later. Can you travel to Pakistan?
We actually looked at this, didn't we?
No, I would love to go to Pakistan, go to India, and go everywhere. But you see, this trip now is all about the medical insurance and pushing the boundaries of risk.
We will go to Pakistan. That's absolutely without a doubt. We've got friends there who we want to go and see. Aisha and Amjad, Ali, everybody who I work with who's watching, they know who these people are. They very kindly reached out and said, come and visit us and spend some time with us. So we will be going there, but just obviously
Wendy Neeson says, carry on going, because when you go back to the NEC, we'll have some good stories to tell. I'll tell you, Wendy, next time we come to the NEC, they better pay for our overnight stay in the car park. I want Trudy in the hall if we make it in the world.
The last live chat we did, somebody put that we'd never have a car park say no to us visiting ever again. Oh, actually, Carolyn, who works for the company that organises the NEC Talking, she actually reached out to me and said, hi, how are you guys doing? And I said, when we come back, we will certainly have a tale to tell.
Absolutely.
We're not done. We're not giving up by
no, don't. We will never give up. We're not
those
those kind of people.
We're
gonna keep.
We're not ready to quit Trudy, go back to a house, get our jobs, give up
We're
traveling.
not abandoning our van. Get Trudy on the stage. We should do. If she makes it around the world, she should have a stand in the NEC.
Well, she survives a pandemic. I'm fairly impressed with her. You know, she to be honest, we talked about...
It's only 90 days. It could be worse. It could have been... Can you imagine if we were here for like 100 days or something?
And there may still be a second wave, but we will not lose our sense of humour about this.
And we could get stuck in another car park.
Or
somewhere
come back,
else. Or we come back. If we get a chance to come back here, we know everybody. We've got contacts here now.
And literally, we feel so safe and happy here. And
send some positivity.
We've got Chalal and Ali
coming at you.
Yeah, Chalal and Ali giving us their numbers, so they message us all the time and just check we're okay. And you know, we just are in the best situation ever. It's not the best for Instagram to have pretty pictures, but it's awesome for friendship, isn't it? We just
get her on the NEC stand, Pete Miller. There you go. Dreamcatcher's on tour. Hi guys, how are you? Trudy, you'll all have to write to the organisers of the NEC and tell them to invite us. That's the deal there. We'll come.
We shall not be moved.
Anyway, I think we should get down to some serious chat now about what we're going to do. So, what we're going to do is,
what are we going to do?
I'm not really sure how this is going to work because we can't actually do a poll thing, can we? But I think what we're going to do is, if I read out the options. Okay, so the first option, right, I want you to put a yes or no in the live chat, and I'm going to sense which one is the best option. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of options. Option 1, do a poll. We can't do a poll. You can't do a poll anymore.
Can you do a poll?
No, you can't do a poll.
How can you not? Leslie Simpson saying, I hope you're keeping a diary. I do a weekly newsletter.
Yeah, if you haven't signed up to a weekly newsletter, it is actually a good way of just hearing what we're planning next week and what we've been up to.
Type the number. That's a good idea.
Ian, you're genius. There you go. And I'll try and keep up with the numbers because I'm never going to be able to add them up. So get ready on your keypads, all right? So don't do anything yet, all right? So what we're going to do, I'm just going to present you the options again, okay? And then at the end of it, I want you to put 1, 2, or 3 in the comments. So, and I say again, don't do it yet, okay? Okay, so option 1 is we head back into the EU, we leave Turkey, and we accept the around the world drive is finished for this year, and we'll plan it next year or when it's okay to do so. So that's option 1. All right, back into the EU. Option 2. You see, Ian Clark's already voting. Stop voting. Okay, option 2. All right, we push into Georgia and into Russia, but there's a risk, isn't there? The weather, the visas, the insurance, and everything else. And we can't come back into Turkey if we get stuck there. Option 3, we found out last week when we went to the immigration, we can apply for a temporary residency permit in Turkey.
Yeah.
It will allow us to stay up to 1 year. And it would then give us an option that we can wait here, maybe go into Georgia and Russia. If there's a miracle over the next couple of months.
I was going to say, if we have that temporary thing, we can actually still try and get into Georgia and even up into Russia. And then if it all goes wrong, we can get back into Turkey.
Yeah, as long as the borders are open, Turkey would let you back in.
Okay.
And if we can't go into Russia, should we then stay in Turkey? If we can't get, hold on, if we can't, everyone's putting 3. Wait, stop voting. I haven't finished.
Go. Just go.
Okay,
just go.
So option 3 is we apply for a residency permit. We try and stay in Turkey until we know what's going on.
Yep. Somebody's even put 4.
Yeah, I haven't come to 4 yet. 4, 3. 1. Okay, vote. What do you want? 1, 2, or 3? 1, go back home. 2, go into Russia or Georgia. 3, stay in Turkey, get a temporary residency visa and see what happens.
Oh, Merv there is
3. There's a few ones in there. 3. Oh, 3. I'm looking at them. Yeah. 3.
Wow, that's going crazy. There's so many messages coming through.
No, but I'm seeing them. 3s. 3s.
Did I just see Clarissa?
3s.
There's so many names.
I'm getting seasick.
I think 3. 2, 1. 1. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1. 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. I think it's 3, isn't it?
I think there's most people are staying, try and get a temporary residency for Turkey.
I like that. 3 and then get busy living.
3, stay in Turkey.
1 or 3, you decide. Stay put. 3, 2, 3.
Okay.
Around Turkey.
Okay, guys. So I think the vote is unanimous. So what we will do next week.
This is your home. Oh, Cam, thanks so much.
Okay, what we're going to do next week is we're going to apply for a temporary residency in Turkey. Okay, and if we get it, if Turkey will have us, then we'll apply for a temporary residency. And I think
that's a good point. We have to ask now.
Yeah, well, because they may not let us. If they don't let us, then we'll obviously do this again with another option. But at the moment, so we're going to apply for a temporary residency, I think, in
Can I just point
Turkey.
out, Cycle Our World. Blossom, hi Blossom. Cycle Our World has said number 2. That's because they want us to go to Georgia and pick them up.
That's cheating.
Very selfish. Steve Nelson, hi lovely.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So it's official. You've heard it from us live.
Of course.
We're going to apply for a temporary residency in for Turkey. That will then give us between now and July.
You missed the yoke action.
Yes, you did. You can watch it back. So that will let us stay in Turkey. If there's a miracle in the world, all right. If there's a miracle, the virus dies. they come up with a cure. If there's a miracle in the world before July or the middle of July, we'll push on into Russia. If there isn't, then how about this? And I'm saying this without discussing it with Marianne, so she may actually say, "Hold on a minute."
What is
but
this?
what I propose,
Sorry,
because we haven't talked about it because we wanted to talk about it with you guys. But what I propose then is, if we don't go into Russia this year, right, that we stay in Turkey because we're applying for the visa, and then to thank the people of Turkey, we will do a video series on all the beautiful places and show you van life Turkey, and we'll go around and just make the, obviously if we can move around.
Yeah, and if we can maybe go along the Black Sea and maybe pop into Georgia, maybe,
or Azerbaijan. But let's just see how it goes. But the good thing is with that is if we have the residency, we can go into Georgia and come back into Turkey.
Okay.
Or go into Azerbaijan and come back. Stay in Turkey, not in Istanbul. Yeah, I mean, if we stayed in Turkey, we'll apply for the visa in Istanbul because we know where the office is because we went there last week.
Have another run at it next year.
Yeah, exactly. We may have to come back to the UK.
Yeah.
Around the world as long as it takes. Great, super interested in seeing that Turkey series. There you go. And you know, for all those vanners, you know, I know a lot of you guys are vanners and stuff back in the UK. You know, people go to Morocco. There's not a huge amount. I know there's some guys here. Rainbows on the Road. We follow them on Instagram. The Grey Gappers. They're here. They've got a blog. There's a few.
Hi, Melissa.
There's a few other Brits and other foreigners we know that we keep in touch online down in the south of Turkey. So yeah. I think this. I would definitely recommend coming here anyway. And this particular car park.
Yeah.
If you ever want to visit Istanbul, it's the perfect place.
Yeah.
It is literally probably 10 minutes walk, 15 minutes walk to the Grand Bazaar. And we're gonna go and have a look and show you what life is like in Istanbul on the first day after all the restrictions are dropped. So we'll see.
Okay, I'm going for that. I'm going for that.
Does that sound like a good idea? We'll do a Turkey series if we can't carry on. I still want to carry on. It will need a bit of we have to get the visa, but
we have to. I popped into the office and we met with the guy, and with Google Translate, we have initiated some understanding that we can go in, apply, and we can also purchase a Turkish medical card as well. Is what my understanding is. Google Translate. Honestly.
I'm coming to Fatty tomorrow. There you go. See you tomorrow.
Who's
then.
That?
Ian Clark.
Oh, fantastic. We'll see you. In fact, our car park is open.
Yeah,
Did we say this?
No, I don't think so. The parking area here is officially open.
Yeah,
they are accepting new people.
Yeah, the footballers are back in as well. Chalal is like super protective over us and shouts at anybody that comes near us and tells them to put a mask on if they're walking towards the washing line. So he's super cool. So we're being very careful. But yeah, the car park is open, and he's told us that if people want to come, then they can come now. He's been really protective over us and the people next door. So yeah, we want to say thank you to Chalal and Ali.
Take a Turkish language course. Yeah, everybody has been amazing.
I've started.
Yeah, we have a couple words.
Yeah,
I'm afraid languages.
No, but you've got me, and I learn.
And I'm happy to just give it a bash, and then people. Oh, let's give them. Did we talk about the Google Translate? I'm going to make you all laugh now.
Oh no.
Okay, if you find this funny, I want to see a laughy face in the comments. Okay, so Google Translate is great. You're talking to your phone. I'm sure most of you have used it.
I tend to talk.
You're talking to your phone. Yeah. You show them the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were chatting to the guys here.
Yeah.
Chill out. And Marianne wanted to say
we have 3 sons.
Okay, so she passed the phone to Chalal,
and I did that.
Who then looked at us horrified.
And looked at the guy with them, who then looked at the phone and was horrified.
Okay, so we took the phone back and read it. It said, "We have threesomes." So that's what happens with Google Translate. So my top tip would be that if you do actually have a conversation on Google Translate, please look at the laughy faces. Please do read it before you pass it to the guys. So yeah, it wasn't really.
Oh,
it took a bit of explaining.
God. Oh.
That is. I feel like I should tell them the other story. Should I tell them the other story? I'll tell you another story because we're on a roll here. Everyone's having fun. I can see all the laughy faces.
Oh no.
Okay, so this is a little story a number of years ago, and this should hopefully make you laugh. A number of years ago, we went to Egypt.
All grown up. Our kids are all grown up.
Yeah, Taba.
3 sons.
And we decided to go snorkeling, Red Sea, beautiful. And I bought one of these disposable underwater cameras, you know? Hold on. What is that?
Ben Johnny.
Johnny. Ah! Okay, hold on. Let's carry on with the story. Okay, so we were snorkeling in the Red Sea, and it's not the confident swimmers. So I used to put my arm around her, you know, with my fins on, would go swimming, or I'd hold her hand. We'd go off snorkeling together, you know, with the snorkel and the mask and the underwater camera. Anyway, I saw my first ever turtle.
Wow.
And I was so excited with this underwater camera, and it wasn't like a GoPro, it was just one of these old click and wind ones.
Yeah.
And anyway, Marianne indicated.
He was trying to keep up.
Yeah, she was like, just go because I'm faster.
I can tread water, I'll be fine.
There you go. I swam after this turtle. Okay.
At great speed.
Great speed. Followed it probably for a few minutes. Went out further out into deep water. I thought I'd probably better turn round. I turned round and saw Marianne, put my arm around her, and she pushed me away. And I'm underwater going, you know, you okay? What's the matter? Grabbed her hand. She pushed me away. I thought I was a bit cheeky. So anyway, I slapped her bum, right? Okay. We then surfaced, all right? And Marianne was doing that, shouting at me from about 50 meters away. And I'd slapped the woman that was behind me. And I thought it was Marianne because she had the same coloured bathing suit.
I could see the husband going like this, trying to get to rescue his wife from the English attacker.
But what makes it really, really bad, they were staying in the same hotel as us. And actually, I had to face this woman for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in this all-inclusive hotel for about another 5 days. And I can't tell you how embarrassed I was. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you.
Be careful when you slap someone's bottom in a swimming costume. That is Marianne's tip. Or listen to your wife when she's screaming, "Don't touch her bottom!"
Awkward. It was awkward.
Yeah,
it was so awkward.
awkward.
It was one of those moments. Oh, Chris has done it again.
Yeah. In fact, we only had 1 day left in that all-inclusive package. It's the only all-inclusive package holiday we've ever done. It's when we had the pub and we literally booked a last-minute break just to have a break. And literally, we had 1 day where we did not face this couple who literally were like, and we were like,
yeah, it was bad.
So embarrassing.
It was really bad.
What did you do that for?
I don't know, but there you go. So anyway, I was very apologetic.
I feel a little bit relieved now. I feel like...
Actually, we've got a plan. Fork in the road, Bex. Oh, hi Fork
Bex.
In the road, Bex. I've just seen you pop up there.
Yeah.
How are you? You're laughing like mad. That's good. I aim to please.
He is the entertainment, to be fair.
These are stories that should be around a campfire with a few vans parked up in the middle of nowhere with a little fire going.
Well, car park's open now.
There you go.
What
so
are you
any
doing?
of you coming down to Istanbul?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's really good. So actually, if there is, how many Turkish people or people that have been and know Turkey are watching? Maybe give a thumbs up if you're from Turkey or you're familiar with Turkey.
Yeah. That's a very good point. If we are going to apply, we need to come up with a plan.
Yeah, we do.
Because I've had tips like, don't go in the south in the middle of the summer or high end of summer, like end of July, you will cook in your van. It will be like an oven.
We've got a few people from Turkey. So if anybody is watching this, either now or on the replay on Turkey, we've had lots of messages about places to go.
Yeah.
But if we do end up staying in Turkey and not going forward, we want to know where to go.
Should I tell you now? We have an app called Polar Steps. It's not our app. It's a free downloadable app called Polar Steps. And if you search Tread the Globe, it's got a live tracker, this phone connected to this phone in the van. So you can actually see where we are. So if you see where we are and you know something around that area that's nice to visit, let us know. We'd be, we'd be delighted.
Yeah, we'd love to know places in Turkey. We'd love to know unusual places. If we do end up staying here, unusual places, unusual foods.
We'll have to let you know if we get the permit, because we may not have.
Yeah. So what we'll do we'll update. We'll do an update on YouTube and Facebook and everything next week.
We'll have to go and see the man.
Yeah, we'll pop back to the agent guy that we were chatting to last week to see what the possibilities were. And we'll see if we can put that in. Yeah. And then we'll come up with a little plan about where we can visit, what we're going to do. We will probably actually, maybe later this week or next week, maybe towards the end of this week, we might head out of Istanbul.
Actually, yes.
Because you were invited somewhere, weren't we?
When the pandemic struck and Turkey closed its borders and the campsites were closed and everything was like shutting down, somebody contacted me and said, hey, we're just out on the edge of Istanbul in like the nature side, and we've got chickens and ducks. We're in the countryside. We're not on the coast, but if you want to come and see some nature and feel, safe in nature. And we were like, we would love to have done that, but unfortunately they've said, do not move. And all our friends are saying the virus doesn't move, only people move it. So we took the very strong-willed decision that we weren't going to be part of the problem of spreading the virus, as I said before. So we literally just went, no, we're going to stay in the car park. It doesn't matter what happens. We just have to do the right thing and we stay in the car park. So I messaged them and I said, if we do get to stay in Istanbul a bit longer, or take a little bit longer over the next week or so, now Istanbul's opening, could we pop over? Because I said to Chris, I actually need to put my feet in water or in grass, because we both lived in cities, but we're actually at heart, we're quite country folk. We quite like the countryside and nature. So although we have cats and dogs and pigeons and seagulls and a park, and our friends here, I, in particular, am really struggling with waking up to the sound of cars and police things. And
when the lockdown finishes, it does get quite noisy.
Yeah, during the week, it's quite
footballers
hectic.
And people in the park hectic. And motorbikes and traffic.
And that's one of the reasons that I was really delighted to try van life and move over to van life, where you open that door and there's just like the sea or nature.
We've got a few comments here saying, but you haven't seen Istanbul yet.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, but we only went out for a couple of days in Istanbul before this situation. We have a bit of a plan. We're going to go out this for a couple of days this week, definitely tomorrow. We will be back, because if we think that if we probably apply for the visa, then we're not going yet. We can't go yet. We're not going because the borders are closed and we've got to get the visa.
Istanbul doesn't actually open until the 3rd of June, is what they've said. We can leave the district. So tomorrow,
we're going to go up, I think, to the Blue Mosque and like have a wander around.
Yeah. In fact, you might see us there. If you're from Istanbul, we're going to be up around the Blue Mosque area.
Blue Mosque,
and we're just going to literally walk along.
See what the Grand Bazaar's like tomorrow. And
because we thought it would probably be quite quietish, because it's the tourist places.
Yeah.
So we thought.
And we're planning to come back. We were talking about maybe doing some videos of the sights of Istanbul, street foods of Istanbul.
Something. So we're waiting for a package as well from them. So we're not moving yet, and we do want to see Istanbul, because
Buy Life Beyond Bricks.
We only got a taster, so we need to get out there and see some more. So we've got our walking boots ready for tomorrow.
Hagia Sophia, we want to go there. That's definitely on the list. The Blue Mosque, the Hagia Sophia. We actually walked past the Hagia Sophia. I didn't actually realise what it was when I walked past. So I was going, what a beautiful building, and then everyone comment going, no, that's the Hagia Sophia. So we're gonna go and check that out. We want to try and do maybe a food tour, try and show you guys some foods and things like that.
That would be lovely.
There's so much to do, but obviously we are in a pandemic, so we just want to avoid mega crowds if we can. But we'll go out tomorrow and see what it.
Pony Studios on Facebook, please contact them. I'll have a look at that. I don't know what that is, but I'll have a look at that.
So we're going to be in Istanbul for a bit. So if there's anything in Istanbul we have to see, message us. If anybody knows of any foods we have to
Yeah.
try, restaurants we need to go to,
Yeah.
or little, not too expensive because we're on a budget, but little eateries or kebab shops or specialities,
Yeah.
then we're
we'll
open.
go through the messages later and write down some of these suggestions. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah. Thanks, Jonathan. More thumbs up, people. Yeah, thumbs up have we got now, guys.
Oh my God, Jonathan,
237.
you're amazing. Jonathan,
There's
and
312 of you. And also, if you haven't subscribed, we're taking you to every country in the world. So click that subscribe button because we want you to come with us.
Can I just say something about Jonathan and Charlotte? They saw us at the motorhome show at the NEC, and they turned up and they said, we've got a gift for you. And I was like, honestly, they pulled out a jar of Marmite because they knew I loved Marmite. I think that's lovely. Thanks, Jonathan and Charlotte. That's very sweet.
What was that behind you? Bats? I don't know. I can't see behind me. Possibly.
No, it's probably the seagulls because the sea is just there.
Yeah, there are lots of seagulls.
They don't seem to like roost at night like most like fowl chicken.
The System Basilica in Istanbul
I've
ought to be
down.
nice this time. Yeah.
If you like fish,
are you allowed to take part-time jobs there?
Oh, I saw Princess Island.
Yeah, we're not planning on working. We're not going to be doing part-time jobs. I don't know whether it entitles us. We don't need a work permit.
Yeah.
We make videos and share our travels with you. That is what we do. We don't have any time to do anything else.
Yeah.
Be amazed at how much time that actually takes.
Yeah.
Also, go to.
Yeah, we'll read through all the comments later, can't we? I can write them all down. But yeah, on the website, we've got a website that's got our contact details as well. So if there's anything specific, sort of like any rug. I was thinking about rug regions as well. I'd like to buy a couple of rugs for Trudy.
Yeah, why not?
So if there's a region, it'd be really lovely.
Okay, guys. So I think we're probably going to wrap it up there. Okay.
I'm still confused, but it's going to be okay.
We're not confused. We're not confused. We know what we're doing.
Yeah,
we're going to apply for a residency permit,
yes.
and we're going to share. We'll tell you all when we've done that, and watch out for videos on Turkey because we're going to show you the best of Turkey over the next couple of months until we can work out what we're doing.
In fact, yeah.
And it might be over a much longer period if we can't get into Russia. We might stay in Turkey for a bit longer and see as much of Turkey as we can, because it looks the south and everything looks absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And we haven't seen anything of Turkey. We literally crossed from Bulgaria, came into Istanbul, and we've been parked here for nearly 3 months. So
Wendy Neeson's put, you will have to get a bigger Turkish flag for the van. I have one.
we do actually.
The general gave me a big Turkish flag sticker. And I'm going to put it on. It's going to stay because obviously I think Trudy's becoming slightly Turkish. She's spent more time in Turkey than most places.
She is. Yes, she is. Okay, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time on the Sunday evening or morning or middle of the night, wherever you are. We've loved chatting to you. Thank you for helping us
thank you
make this decision because we've actually been itching to talk about it. And I keep saying to Marianne, no, we're going to talk about it live. No. We're not talking about it.
I can sleep properly tonight.
And we hope that you're still enjoying the content that we're doing. We're always open to ideas. If there's stuff you want to see that we're not showing you, let us know. We love hearing your comments. I do need a haircut.
I'll do that
so bad.
Yeah.
And we wish you, please stay safe, and we're sending you lots of virtual hugs.
Thank you
so we will
much.
see you. We'll do another one of these probably in a couple of weeks time. So yeah, take care, guys. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.